What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So as you guys probably know by now, if you've been following me on this channel, you know I'm pretty excited for this Avengers game that's coming out this fall. It's actually one of my most anticipated games now. It just looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. You get to choose between a number of different heroes and stuff. You have a ton of different cosmetics, tons of different upgrades, and it just looks like a game that you can just sit back, relax, and just kill waves of enemies with your friends, and it just looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Well, today we found out some pretty interesting news. This is both really interesting and really exciting, and also really scummy and just really crappy at the same time. So it was just announced earlier today from PlayStation themselves. They said your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man comes to Marvel's Avengers exclusively on PlayStation. Crystal Dynamics offers early details on its own unique take on the post-launch hero. So yes, it is confirmed now. It was just a rumor earlier this week that Spider-Man would come to the game, and a lot of people brushed it to the side thinking, well, why would they do that? That wouldn't make any sense to lock an entire hero behind a console. But yet, here we are. Spider-Man, one of the most popular superheroes of all time, is going to be locked behind PlayStation. That's essentially a $300 plus paywall if you want to play as Spider-Man in the new Avengers game. It's bad enough that if you want to play as Spider-Man, you know, Sony has the Spider-Man game, which is an exclusive, so that sucks. You have to get a PlayStation for that. And now Spider-Man is also locked behind a exclusive kind of paywall for Sony for this Avengers game. This was Xbox's only chance to actually have a prayer of playing with Spider-Man. So this just really sucks. I think this is just a horrible overall decision. This is just basically Crystal Dynamics was like, yeah, sure, we like money, screw Xbox players. We'll take this big paycheck from Sony and we'll just make Spider-Man exclusive to PlayStation. The whole Spider-Man license has been sort of confusing over the years, like who really owns Spider-Man, who has the rights to Spider-Man. The movie rights to Spider-Man was purchased years ago by Sony, and then they sort of shared Spider-Man with the MCU, and Spider-Man just sort of goes back and forth. But what's weird is that Sony doesn't own the rights to everything that involves Spider-Man's, like the theme park rights and just random stuff that involves Spider-Man. Sony doesn't own everything. So the fact that Spider-Man is an exclusive to just one console is just so scummy. It's not very consumer friendly. This is going to turn a lot of people off from buying the game because this just screams, hey, F you if you're an Xbox fan. We don't care about you if you're an Xbox player. Please, you know, still give us our money. We still want you to buy our game, but we're just not going to give you everything that the PlayStation people get. It's just a huge slap in the face to anyone that decides to help these developers and support these developers on Xbox. They just, right out of the gate, don't care about you. And it's just, it looks bad. It's just not fair, and it's just a scummy practice. And you're essentially losing out on a ton of content. They went to give a little bit more details about Spider-Man on the official website, so you guys can check that out if you want to read up on Spider-Man. But towards the end, they say, when Spider-Man comes to our table of heroes, we'll be making his debut with an in-game event that will introduce him to the wider world of Marvel's Avengers. This event is comprised of a series of unique challenges for the hero to take on, testing his abilities and yielding some exciting results. And like the rest of our heroes in Marvel's Avengers, we will offer multiple cosmetic outfits and gameplay experience options so you can make your own vision of the wall crawler a reality. So you're not just missing out on the character of Spider-Man, which is a huge deal. You're missing out on all his different cosmetics. You're missing out on the different story missions that are tied to Spider-Man. So you're actually missing out on a ton of new stuff. So that just straight up sucks. And a lot of people are going to think I'm taking sides, like, oh, you're favoring Xbox or you hate PlayStation. I have both a PlayStation and an Xbox. Doesn't ultimately matter to me. I'd prefer to play my multiplayer games on Xbox because that's what my friends have. But if I really, really want Spider-Man, I could just buy it on PlayStation. That's not the point. The point is that this isn't consumer friendly. This is just telling half of the audience to just basically screw off. We don't care about you, which this shouldn't be a thing in anything. Like, gaming should include everybody. There shouldn't be a console war. PlayStation players shouldn't hate Xbox. Xbox shouldn't hate PlayStation. I like the fact that crossplay is becoming a thing now. Like, Xbox players can play with PlayStation players. That's a good step in the right direction. This is a step backwards. This kind of thing is just dumb. I understand exclusive games, but a game that is available on all platforms and having console exclusive content for a multi-platform game, that's where it gets scummy. There's like different levels of scumminess. Like with Destiny 2, where they had timed exclusives for PlayStation. That was pretty scummy, where like PlayStation players obviously got to play stuff sooner than Xbox, but at least eventually the Xbox players would get the chance to play with that content like a year down the road. You don't even get that chance on Xbox to play with Spider-Man. If you want to play with Spider-Man, you basically have to go out, spend $300 for a new PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. We don't know how much that cost yet. And then you have to buy the game. So you're looking at like anywhere from $300 to $600-ish just to get to play with Spider-Man in Marvel's Avengers. And I don't think that's worth it. That's just stupid. So this is great news if you are already playing on PlayStation. If you're going to get the Marvel's Avengers game and Spider-Man is one of your favorite superheroes, then I mean, you're in luck. You get Spider-Man, you get his costumes, you get his story missions. But like I said, if you're on Xbox or PC, you can screw off. We don't care about you. We like Sony's money. So it's just bittersweet. It's just stupid. I hate to see this in gaming, and overall this is just a big slap in the face. I'm disappointed now. I was pretty hyped for this game, but already right off the bat, if they're going to make scummy decisions like this, I'm going from like an 8 out of 10 on the hype scale to knowing that Crystal Dynamics is this scummy of a company and they're going to take large sums of money to just split their player base and they don't care about their players. It takes them from like an 8 all the way down to like a 5 or a 4. Because that's just a huge turnoff for me. I don't respect them in any way, shape, or form for doing that. And I think it's just dumb. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Do you think this is a smart move on their part? Are you in favor of Sony for doing this? Or do you agree with me and you think Spider-Man should be available for all consoles? But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out a ton. Hit that subscribe button if you're new here and hit that bell for notifications. Be sure to join the channel's Discord and follow me on Twitch at SwanyPlaysGames Live. And I will talk to you all in the next video.